Hello Sagittarius, welcome back and Happy New Year. This is your yearly reading for 2026. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, depending what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your 2026 messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And remember, Sagittarius, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for private readings. Also, if you're interested in learning tarot, you can head over to Alkemystica, where we share esoteric knowledge and courses on learning tarot. Those links are below. Sagittarius, so we are going to have a look at the energy month by month for 2026, and then I'll go ahead and take a final card to get an idea of the overall message for 2026. We'll also have a look at any messages that might come through as well. Sagittarius. Overall energy for 2026. Messages for 2026 for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, let's have a look at what's happening for you in 2026. So at the beginning of the year, January, I feel there's something that you have some kind of vision. You're looking towards something. You're planning something. This could be growth in something you want to grow in, something you want to expand in, some kind of long-term vision that you might have. For some of you, this could have to do with a job, a long-term career vision. For some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, this might be travel, literally. Something that you're planning on, some kind of vision. You see something that you want to do in the future. And in February, this expansion, this growth is going to continue on. Actually, I see it continuing on for the better part of the first part of the year. Because in February, there's also something that you're trying to grow, that you're trying to expand in. For some of you, literally, this could have to do with learning a skill, something you're trying to improve, something you're trying to get better at, something you're trying to become an expert at, or something you're trying to master. For some of you, this could literally be increasing in money, increasing finances. For some of you, this specifically could have to deal with expansion in a business, growth in a business. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship, something in which there's something with teamwork here, working together, networking or groups. So some of you very well may be planning on increasing or establishing relationships through teamwork. These could also be trusted friends, for example. But something in which being persistent is going to help you grow in something. And moving into March, I'm seeing a continuation of the expansion of whatever this is, of the growth of whatever this is, something that you're nurturing. You're putting your time, your money, your resources into something to try to grow whatever this is, whether it's relationship, business, a career, a skill, again, being an expert in something, growth in knowledge, but something that you're nurturing, something that you're wanting to grow. And March is going to be a fertile month for this to happen. For those of you in relationships, this could be a deepening of the relationship, for example. For those of you in jobs, this could be growth in some kind of area of work. This could also be being recognized for something that you're doing at work. For those of you in business, this could also be some kind of creative endeavor. Sagittarius, Creativity is going to be highlighted, especially the first 3 months. So a lot of creative energy, a lot of expansion in whatever this is that you're doing. And in April, Sagittarius, there's some kind of partnership, some kind of union, possibly some kind of an agreement that you have with someone. For some of you specifically, I'm seeing some importance on a relationship with a mother type figure. This could be a spouse, this could be a partner, but this could also be a mother, this could be an aunt, this could be a caregiver. So there could be some deepening of a relationship or some nurturing of some relationship at the beginning part of the year. Sagittarius, moving into May. May is going to be highlighted for the creative energy. I'm seeing a lot of creative energy here and a lot of intuitive energy. So if you're doing any kind of artwork, any kind of music, poetry, writing, something creative, tap into that energy in May. Take advantage of the month of May to do some of this creative or intuitive work. Some of this may be psychic work. It's going to be a month in which you're going to be able to tap into your emotions and work with some of that more creative energy. In June, Sagittarius, there's something that you're waiting for in June. Something you've invested time and money into. Possibly you've invested resources into this. This could be whatever this is at the beginning of the year. Something, possibly a business, a job, a relationship, an activity, a hobby, whatever this is. You've invested time and money into this, possibly resources, and you're waiting on some kind of return. You're waiting to see the results of all the time and effort that you've put into something, to make something grow, to make something solidify, to make something manifest. And June is going to be this waiting month. Now you've done the work, you're waiting for the results to come in. This could also be specifically financial investments for some of you, or relationships. You may be putting your time into someone and you're waiting to see the results of that relationship. Is this relationship growing? Is this relationship going anywhere? In July, I feel things are going to start to stabilize. So if this is a relationship, this could be a stable part of the relationship. Something could start to manifest. Something could start to solidify. The foundation is there to start to build off of this, moving towards the future. But Sagittarius, I'm also seeing some of this waiting energy. This could be waiting, and some of this energy could be stagnant. I'm picking up stagnation with the Four of Pentacles. So even though there could be some stability here, there could also be this energy that comes in which things feel boring, things feel stagnant, things feel a little stuck, as if June and July, you're waiting to see some kind of results for something and things don't seem to be moving. They don't seem to be going anywhere. It's a stuck period. In August, you may feel like abandoning ship. You may feel as if you want to flee, as if you want to move towards greener pastures, as if you want to go somewhere else and try to improve something, try to make things better, because there's this energy here of wanting to get up and leave, wanting to go somewhere. There's this active energy of wanting to move. So some of you may feel as if you want to abandon some of the work that you've done at the beginning of the year. You may want to abandon this. You may want to see what else is out there. If it's a relationship, you may be looking towards someone else. You may feel, especially for those of you that are single at the beginning of the year, if this relationship starts to solidify, you may come into this period during the middle of summer in which this relationship starts to feel stagnant. It doesn't feel as if it's going anywhere. And some of you may have this energy around you as if you want to seek something else, seek greener pastures, see what's essentially on the other side of the fence. This could also be something, again, that you feel like leaving behind. So whether it's a project, a creative project, whether it's a person, a relationship, a job, a career, something that you've obviously done the work, you've invested the time, the resources, the money into something, you've done the work, and you may feel, again, in August as if you want to leave it behind. Sagittarius, for some of you also specifically, there could be travel involved in August. Some of you may be taking some short trips in the month of August. In September, there's a decision you have to face, something you have to face, something you have to confront, something which could be challenging. This decision here, there's essentially two paths in front of you in September. Some of it could have to be with staying or going, whether this is, again, for some of you, this could literally be a place that you live in. Are you going to stay there? Are you going to leave and go somewhere else? Some of you may be a job. It may be a job. Are you going to stay at this job or go to a different job? Some of you may be a relationship. Are you going to stay in this relationship or go with somebody else? But there's some kind of decision here in September that you're going to be faced with, which in October, the energy is going to be there to separate. It's going to be some kind of painful separation, which could be in October. Something which, again, this could be heartbreak for some of you. Some of this energy, if you decide to leave something behind, it could be a painful separation. If you leave your partner, it could be a painful separation. If you leave the place you live, it could be a painful separation. If you leave your job, it could be something painful. But something here in which you may be leaving something behind. This could also have to do with something emotional, some kind of emotional distress or some kind of emotional pain, which in November, Sagittarius, there could be some kind of block here, or some of this pain, Sagittarius, could be manifesting itself into something physical. I'm seeing headaches for some of you. So if you're dealing with a troublesome period, some of this heavier energy in September and October, possibly even a little bit in August, if you're feeling like abandoning something or leaving something behind, it could start to manifest itself physically into something with headaches in November. But there's some kind of block here, and there's something in which you may be hesitating on something, but you may also be in this situation of feeling as if you want to continue to fight. You're standing your ground, you're holding your position, but you're tired. Sagittarius, you're tired and you're almost near the finish line. So perseverance is going to be key here, to be resilient, to continue to persevere, to essentially have your second wind. Because I'm feeling as if you're tired, but you're standing firm, as if you have just 1% of energy left to continue on. But some of the doubts are starting to creep into you as if you're unable to continue on, or you believe you can't continue on. But I feel, Sagittarius, if you hang in there with whatever this is that could start to be a little heavier towards the end of the year, I feel in December this is going to break. Literally, something is going to start to move again. Something is going to start to flow. Things are going to fall into place, and all of the accumulation of some of this more tense energy is going to break in December. So if you can make it to the end of the year, I feel, again, the pinnacle is going to be this August and September, again, feeling as if you want to leave something behind. It could be a little bit heavier also, again, waiting for some kind of result. I feel especially at the beginning of the year, you're putting a lot of this work into something, and there could be some doubts, especially towards the second part of the year, waiting for something, feeling as if you want to abandon this, and then feeling this grief or some of this sorrow or some of this emotional pain here towards the end of the year. But hang in there. I'm feeling as if you need to hang in there, because this is going to break and things are going to flow. Things are going to fall into place in December, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and have a look at the overall message. Okay, Sagittarius, intuition. Intuition is going to be the theme for 2026 for you. And it's going to be important to listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition above all else. Remember that some of this energy could be influencing you during 2026. So hang in there. Listen to your intuition. And go with the flow. Going with the flow is going to be important. Again, this energy is going to break towards the end of the year. But I feel overall in 2026, things are going to flow at the beginning of the year. There's going to be a lot of work, a lot of investment into something or someone. This desire to grow, this vision that you have to grow. And then things start to level out a little bit towards the second part of the year, which could get a little bit of stagnant energy, stagnation. Again, hang in there because things are going to start to break. Things are going to start to flow towards the end of the year. Listen to your intuition above all else and don't get down. Remember to nurture yourself. Take time for yourself. Be strong. Nurture yourself. And above all, listen to your intuition overall is going to be the theme for you for 2026, Sagittarius. So those are your messages for 2026. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings. And have a good week.